Hi there, this is the second cold cast bronze verdigris piece that I'm taking down to Saffron today, and it's just come back from Lorraine. And this piece is called Objet Plaisir and is really a very self-indulgent tribute to Pablo Picasso's work, because there are a couple of Pablo Picasso's works that I would dearly love to own. If I could have two works of art, if anybody would like to give me one of these. This is a Pablo Picasso Tête de Femme, and it's a portrait of his mistress Fernande Olivet, and it's just like a fantastic three-dimensional piece that was produced at the time when he was just developing Cubism, and helped him work out how he was going to paint three dimensions onto a two-dimensional plane. So that piece, and I took these photographs many years ago when I was teaching. I took these at the Tate Museum, and just love this piece. And then this is Les Demoiselles d'Avignon. Sorry about the reflection on it, I don't know if I can improve on that. And it's an image of young women, working girls, in a brothel in Barcelona, in Rue d'Avignon in Barcelona. And my piece is actually based on those. So I've got elements of the Fernande Olivet thing, in that it's very chopped and blocked and quite cubistic in its shape, and I've simplified things down to planes. I've taken elements of the other painting and I've put in details from that on there. I first saw Les Demoiselles d'Avignon in real life when I was in New York back in 2010. I was blown away by it, but I taught for many years, and when I was teaching I taught a lot about Cubism, because it's fairly influential, well, incredibly influential, on the way that 20th century Western art developed and our views on conceptual things. So I taught about it for years, and then the first time I saw it was 2010, and was so blown away when I saw it. It was just fantastic, that I wanted, I really just wanted it. So I came home and produced this piece, and I took, like, this is one of the girls here, there are faces to the other girls there. Some of the girls wore sort of like really quite grotesque African masks. Two of them have got really strong masks, and when Picasso painted this, I think it was 1908, there was, the Louvre had a big ethnological department where there were masks and things, and a lot of the young artists had gone along and looked at tribal masks and thought there was sort of like a brave strength to them, simplicity to them that was really overpowering. And so they started using that in their art, and it influenced all sorts of areas of art. And then these flaps that I've added onto the sides of the piece are to do with the fabric in the picture, where some of the girls, even though they're mainly naked, some of them are covered by drapes of cloth or have cloth. One girl, even her leg looks like it's turning into cloth. It's quite hard to work out the draping. So I've sort of put those on to represent that. And then on the back, there are different areas from the painting and different girls. And what I think about this piece is that the reason why it's called Objet Plaisir, which it means pleasure object, is that the women in the piece, let's go back and have a look at these ones. The women in the piece, I mean, they're standing very provocatively on the whole. And when you view this image, you've got, basically this is the image of the girl sort of parading for you. So it's almost like you are there as a client choosing which one you're going to pick. The women have been made very two-dimensional, both in the image and also in their characters, in that there's nothing of them in there. They're just women to be admired or to be desired. And so they've become, in a way, very, very two-dimensional. I know they're painted flat, but they are sort of flat without character. And my work is primarily and usually about what people want to convey about themselves. What do they want to suggest of their memories or their experiences or their passions or whatever. Whereas this piece is entirely devoted to an image of women who, that's not what they're about. They're actually, the way that their characters have been lost in the presentation of them as just something that is a physical object. And I think that having known sort of a couple of people who've worked in pornography, that they're sort of, it's like playing a role where your own character just becomes sort of separate from it. And yeah, I just think that that's an interesting idea. But really, regardless of everything else, this was just because I wanted my own little Picasso. Right, I hope you like it. Bye.